Have you ever felt like you're fighting a war no one else can see? A battle fought quietly, day after day, against invisible limits, circumstances, self-doubt, and the voices insisting you're not enough. Most people accept these boundaries as fate. Born poor, they'll die poor. Shy, they'll stay in the shadows. Lacking connections, they'll never rise. But there's another way. A mindset that transforms every disadvantage into a secret weapon. A way of thinking so powerful it turns limitations into superpowers, weaknesses into strengths, and the impossible into inevitable. This is the mindset of Minamoto no Yoshitsune, a samurai who proves that circumstances alone do not define you. Your mind does. Yoshitsune was born in 1159, during a time of civil war. His father was murdered when he was just a year old, and he grew up in a Buddhist monastery, far from family or support. No army, no connections, no resources. For most, this would predict a life of obscurity. For Yoshitsune, it became an opportunity. He saw limitations not as prisons, but as fuel for innovation. While other young samurai trained conventionally, Yoshitsune experimented with unconventional tactics, disruptive strategies, and creative thinking. His mind became unpredictable, and his enemies could never anticipate his moves. During battles, his reputation for surprise and audacity became legendary. Opposing generals often surrendered before a fight, not because of weapons or numbers, but because they sensed a mind that could turn their strengths into weaknesses. Modern science confirms this principle. Cognitive advantages arise when we process obstacles differently, seeing solutions where others see only barriers. Yoshitsune embodied this centuries before it was formally studied. One of its core principles was simple. When everyone does X, do Y. At the Battle of Ichi-no-Tani, all generals prepared a frontal assault on an impossible cliffside. Yoshitsune asked a different question. What if the answer lies where no one is looking? He led his horses down the cliffs, a maneuver no one had attempted. Soldiers thought he had lost his mind. But the result was total unexpected victory. The lesson is timeless. Opportunity lies in creating paths others overlook. If everyone competes in the same space, your advantage comes from doing the unexpected. Another principle, turn weakness into a secret weapon. At the Battle of Danorora, his smaller fleet faced a larger navy. Instead of trying to match size with size, he leveraged speed and maneuverability, confusing and outsmarting the enemy. Limitations aren't flaws, they are unique traits waiting to be used creatively. Shyness can enhance listening. Lack of resources can spark innovation. Weakness, approached intentionally, becomes power. Yoshitsune also taught the balance between flexibility and integrity. Methods can flow, but values must stand firm. Even when betrayed by his own brother and forced into exile, he refused to abandon his principles. Adaptable strategies, combined with unwavering ethics, create a revolutionary mindset that transcends circumstances. He built systems over relying on motivation. Every morning he set intentions. Every day he acted disruptively, testing assumptions and exploring untried paths. Every night he reflected on what courage had looked like and where fear had held him back. Modern neuroscience shows that these systems reshape the brain, enhancing creativity, stress resilience, and decision-making. Yoshitsune's life proves that limitations are laboratories. Constraints inspire creativity, sharpen problem-solving, and force innovation. Greatness emerges not from having more, but from using what you have in revolutionary ways. Resources alone don't determine impact. Mindset does. So, how do we apply this today? Break the mold. Identify routines dominated by convention and explore alternatives. Leverage limitations. Turn weaknesses into advantages. Balance flexibility with integrity. Build daily systems of intention, action, and reflection. And act with presence. Small, consistent actions compound into lasting transformation.